Disney is reportedly pausing plans for the Tangled live-action movie after Snow White bombed at the box office. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the project had been in active development under the heading of director Michael Gracie, best known for The Greatest Showman. But after the controversy-riddled Snow White earned only $145 million on its $270 million budget, Disney might be rethinking its strategy. Apparently, they were considering making Sabrina Carpenter Rapunzel. Oh yeah, this family-friendly Sabrina Carpenter might have dodged a bullet there. Over the last 15 years or so, Disney and honestly Hollywood as a whole has done mediocre remakes, sequels, prequels, rather than telling any new stories. I mean, does it all feel recycled to you? Because it is. In total, Disney has made 23 live-action remakes of classic cartoons. Some of them, like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, The Jungle Book, they were enjoyable tributes to the original. But some of them made strange casting decisions, like Beauty and the Beast. They had to crank the autotune to the max for Emma Watson.
Where she meets Prince Charming, but she won't discover that it's him till chapter 3.
And some of them were like just absurd. Who is going to watch a movie of CGI dogs in a live-action Lady and the Tramp?
Street life, huh?
Oh, yeah. I won't even eat unless I have a table and a tablecloth and a candle and a menu. No, this is definitely because you're here.
Come on.
Same goes for The Lion King. It's blatantly obvious to anyone with half a mind that the charm and emotion of personified animals is not going to translate well to a photorealistic art style. It's honestly downright creepy. See if you can spot the difference in storytelling between these two shots. And this illustrates the biggest issue with all these live-action remakes. Sure, there's some woke casting here and there. Sometimes the plot gets tweaked for modern sensibilities, but the main issue is that they're flat and uninspired. How could they not be? You're trying to recreate in a different art form the same story that people already know and love. We don't want a different one. You can't take too many risks with adding or changing the plot, or people will be frustrated that you changed their beloved story. But if you're only copying word for word and shot for shot, you end up with a pointless movie that doesn't even justify its own existence. Like, why bother? They're just CGI versions of the originals, devoid of personality. But the incentives here for studio executives to pump these out are pretty obvious. Remakes of popular movies have historically been viewed as a low-risk, medium to high reward proposition. People are going to go back to see this story probably just because of nostalgia. They're not going to set box office records, but they wouldn't really bomb either until recently. Movies are expensive to make, so if the choice is between a guaranteed return versus taking a risk on marketing with a creative new story and an expensive ad campaign, and most companies are just going to choose the easier route. But it seems like Snow White was too far. It might be the watershed moment, and the big bosses at Disney might just be turning the corner. I'd like to see a renaissance in children's movies in the next couple years. I want to see new classics that we can show to our children and grandchildren, not cheap knockoffs with extra technology of something that we didn't want changed. But also, as long as Disney continues to hire activist actresses like Rachel Zegler, that doesn't seem likely. To learn more about how she derailed the PR for Snow White with her leftist remarks, click here.